Hey folks, Yarek here and welcome to Amberscape, and today we are gonna talk about the royal white Baltic amber, which is a very rare color variation of Baltic amber. You probably already seen it on the thumbnail of the video, but I still wanted to reveal it in a little bit later and emphasize how rare it is. I have catched around 10 to 12 kilograms of amber in my amber hunting career, basically, yeah? And in these 12 grams of amber, I have acquired only a handful of pieces that contain some white in it. Except for the size, that's how common amber looks like. It's usually transparent and have orange color, and I have a bunch of these, like over 12 kilograms, which I showed you before. And these are the pieces that contains the white royal amber. Just a bit of them. You can't polish this one up. It has layering of this white amber inside, and it's rare, and I have only a few pieces like that, but it's mostly orange amber with layering inside from the royal white, right? Probably I can't make this one into jewelry grade piece because it's very layered amber. Better specimen would be like this. This is pure white amber with a little bit of yellow and orange, and this one is the opposite. It has pure white and some layering of regular amber inside. But this is very small piece, we can barely do anything with it, and it will probably break because white amber is more brittle. And piece like this, you see? That's how much white amber it has in it. Barely any, basically, yeah? And now, behold this next piece. Kaboom! Look at this one. Let's open it and inspect it properly. Behold, pure white. The little bit brownish color is from oxidation from the sun and air. And yeah, we have a little bit of the common amber inside, but mostly pure white. Now, this piece weighs roughly 44 grams, a little bit more. And how insanely rare it is. I haven't seen it on my eyes white royal amber this big before. This one is pure museum grade specimen. And when I say museum grade, I'm not over exaggerating, because I was in Lithuanian amber museum. I saw huge pieces of amber in there and some nice stuff, but I haven't seen a white piece of this size in there. Now, why there is so much difference in the colors of these two pieces? They are both Baltic amber, but the difference in colors are extreme, right? Maybe not from this side. This side is a little bit more amberish, but from this side the difference is extreme. And I will make a small demonstration of the explanation of how royal white Baltic amber forms, basically. And for the experiment we need an egg. For the start, let's crack it. Next step, let's take the yolk out. Perfect, thank you. Get it away. Now, imagine this yolk is fresh raisin oozing from the tree. And when we shake it up real nice and get a lot of air inside the yolk, see what happens. It gotten really oxidized and white, right? And it's still same yolk, except it lost all its color. So basically what happened to this egg yolk is what scientists think happened to fresh raisin when it got disturbed a lot and fossilized in the process, and it become basically white royal amber. And that's one of the explanations. There's probably a lot more to explain, like temperature in which it laid, when it undergo fossilization, and other factors. Now let's continue the experiment. Basically, because there is a lot of air, was a lot of air inside of this white amber, it should float really well in the salt water because it's very light. Yeah, this is salt water, it's floating really nice, not touching the bottom. This is without salt, it sinks basically. But this other piece of amber, this needs to have a fair amount of white from this side, just oxidized, that it's so light inside that it floats even in regular water. Which this one does not. Interesting, right? Basically, this stone was found 1 month ago, maybe even less, in the last storm that happened on the Baltic Sea. This one did wash out, and I managed to buy this piece from local amber hunter because I wasn't in the place myself to catch it, basically. And I did buy it with idea to cut it on the video. But because it's so perfect in natural state, and because some Polish dude from the Amberscape told me that if I will try to cut it, he will come personally and beat my ass. So I think there's a question, should we cut it or not? And what I decided to do is we are gonna cut it. Just not this one. We are gonna cut this one. This one is also a royal white, pure white, but it's small one. And this one I can cut without being sorry for the big piece that is museum grade basically and not deserve to be cutted. So yeah, let's go on with this one because I really wanted to show you how pure white Baltic amber is looking like when it's polished. So yeah, Arthur, there you go. This one is gonna stay in my personal collection as a natural piece of amber, and it looks fabulous as it is. Now I will try to avoid not using Dremel for the pre-polishing because white amber is very brittle, and let's see what hides under this oxidized crust. $1,500 turned out to be a little bit too slow to remove the crust, so I took 1,000 instead. We will use 1,500 a little bit later. Yeah, let's remove that crust. Some cracks in there, let's try to remove them. Actually looks quite solid, to be honest, so this side I will remove with Dremel. Hopefully it won't break. Yeah, so we managed to remove the crack from the front, but we still don't see this pure white color, right? But inside it's pure white, so means if we remove just a little bit more from the top, it should become pure white. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. We are almost there. Just a bit left. For now I will stop and see what can we do more. Yeah, this side now. Almost done. 2 sides left. We'll remove them swiftly, but the question still stays because we can see that inside it's pure white, like a snow white. Well, almost, maybe more like a elephant tusk color. But we still have a little bit of this other color in this, little bit orangish or yellowish. Should we remove it or not? Okay, we'll decide later. Let's remove this and make a shape for it. Yeah, the shape is sucky. Sucky smacky, but if you want a nice shape, we'll have to sacrifice even more of the stone. Let me think a bit about this one. We did remove all the crust and all the cracks, but the piece was very small to begin with, and now we have barely any left. So if we make any sort of gem-like shape, we will lose more than half of what's left already. So what I'm gonna do, I think, I will just round up the corners from both sides so we don't have this steep cut in here, and we'll go to pre-polishing, I think. Yeah, very small piece, hard to work with, but we will do what we can. Oh sheesh, it got really small, but shape is now not as unpleasing as it was before. Yeah, but this one is pure white royal amber. It's very tiny, but it's gonna be a gem grade, like 1,000,000%, not even 100%. Either way, now we still have to pre-polish, so few more milligrams will be lost, and let's do it fast. Ooh, look at that cloud. Looks like it's gonna rain. Let's finish it up. Pre-polishing is done now. It's all that's left is basically polishing it, and it's a white candy, I can tell you that much. Let's polish it up, let's weight it, and let's inspect it. Too much, as always. Anyway. The polishing is complete, and there is no arguing that it's the color of the royal white. It's so white in fact that the camera is having troubles focusing on it and handle the brightness that it needs. It's properly polished, but it's not as noticeable compared when I polish a regular amber. It's time to weight it and compare the color to other amber pieces that I have worked on. Initial weight was around 2.5 grams, and now it's 1.2, so we lost more than half of the size. I could have saved fair amount of size if I wouldn't try to shape it into more pleasing shape. It's small, but pure white amber pieces are rare to come by. These are the other pieces I have polished, and let's see the difference in the colors. The diversity of colors, guys. I guess you can now see the difference of white royal amber, just how white it is compared to all other colors. For example, this has some royal white on the side, and this one is pure royal white. In the end of the day, I guess is who likes what is the difference, right? Someone likes transparent pieces like this one with some inclusions and some clouds inside. Others like royal amber with more mix of the orange one, like this one. Magnificent piece, by the way. And this one is pure royal white, the most sought after, the most expensive piece of Baltic amber, except for the one with the blue inclusions on the white. And yeah, this for example is totally transparent compared to this one. Both Baltic amber, how crazy is that? I love the diversity. We can make the whole gradient someday, like from the darkest of this one to the whitest of the royal white. Neat. Love it. And with this white gem, the collection of my jewelry grade amber is growing. Every piece is crazy unique, to be honest. Wow, love it myself. And yep, collection is growing, and this is it for the video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amber content. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye.